Okay, welcome back. Um, we've just started playing for $5 9 max for full ring on Pokerstars. We've probably just played one or two hands. Nothing's happened yet. We haven't taken any action, so I don't think you've missed anything. I've just uploaded a video covering the outcome of last Sunday's session. I played a few cash games yesterday and Monday, I think. And so we took the chart up a little. Let's just have a quick look at that at the start of this session, so you know. This is the Bankroll challenge chart now. I've got to maybe take this down a little bit. I haven't calculated the loss that I made on Sunday, $15–20, something like that. Not a lot. So this will come down a little bit, but we're still in profit at the moment. But you know, we need to improve. We're going slowly but kind of surely, sort of thing. Not really playing any games on GT at the moment. We will come back to that. I'm settling into a fairly steady pattern now. I think, as I said in the last video, don't really want to be playing too many tournaments, not too many documents. If I do play tournaments, it won't be many. Probably be, you know, $10, $20, $30 level tournaments, and maybe just one or two of them, which I think is just going to be better for my mental health, better for the viewing on here, and better for the bankroll challenge overall. So but we'll see. I'm going to flat these fours, just we have two players in the pot. Not a great flat, not a great move, but look, we got a big stack next to us, and we got the middle set, so but it's tricky flop. I'm going to check first, check raise. Now we got the boat, so we should have the best hand. I'm just going to bet a half pot. Let's hope we have an overpair there, or flush draw. Who wants to have a go at it? And we get no action. So okay, so and here's the monthly poker challenge from Pokerstars. I think I showed you this a little bit the other day. I can't remember what it was on when I did last. I showed you last time. But now we have 230.43 points of 750. Now this guy open raise 4. I'm going to go quite big to try and take it down now, but we could be in trouble. The queens, I'm going quite big. Again, it has vulnerabilities. We've got the flush draw there. So I'm just going to be aggressive there. So we, 230 points. So, we have about 520 points to go. We have 22 days, 5 hours to complete that challenge. And when we do complete that, we get $60. So, what I'm hoping to do is, well, that challenge, we've been at that challenge about 5 days now, I think. And bearing in mind, we played some tournaments on Sundays. So just, and yesterday I think I played $5 9 full ring, the same as we're playing now. So why I'm playing this, I think with the 4 tables, you know, it's a little bit slow and easy. I fancy just relaxing a little bit. It's not, you know, my poker bankroll challenge is not a race. Yes, I mean, I get it that playing 4 Zoom tables, you know, I'm going to be able to play 1,000 hands an hour playing Zoom. Here, it's probably 350 hands an hour, something like that. So, you know, if I played 4 6-mat Zoom tables, I can play 3 times as many hands. But, you know, sometimes I want to do that. Sometimes I want to you know, just run around clicking fold, 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 fold. At the moment, I don't really feel like doing it. I like to sit back, relax, label my players, have a nice cup of coffee, you know. And that's the kind of mood I'm in. I want to enjoy my poker as well as we've got the straight there. We're gonna check raise. So the kings we're going to bet big. I'm just going to go for the little 4 chips. I mean, we could be beat here. If he's got a 10, we're obviously beat. I'm just going to say we're either beat or we're not. If he's got a 10, we're beat. If he's got 6s, we're beat. If he's got 9s, we're beat. If he's got 8s, we're beat. Yeah, well, I don't think there was that much we could have done about that, you know. You know, quads. So, you know, there was a chance we were beat there, but as we clearly were. I don't, you know, that was. We're going to lose a stat there, whatever. I think we just have to say it's one of those kiss of death kings. Ace queen, another kiss of death hand. Oh, I'm starting to get negative very quickly. 10-9 is a terrible hand, but we have all this money in the pot. We got 43 chips, we got another 10, so it has a chance. And we'll probably just call forwards in here. I don't like it, but we have to go for it because there's all the money there, and we might get lucky. Gut shot. Yeah, it's just a crappy situation. We have to fold. You know, I'm not. I know the queen is going to go. Even if the queen comes, we're still possibly beat. So one of those ones, you know. I think it was a lot of money in the pot there now, and it's king 9-8. You know, it was always gonna happen though, wasn't it? Let's have a look at that. There you go. He ended up with 2 pairs. We would have got a straight. That would have been ours. Tell me what you think I should have done there. I think one of those ones, isn't it? We gave it a go on the flop. I think that our plan before at the start of on the flop bet was we'll go for it. If it's not good enough, we're out. And we just followed that plan. It wasn't good enough. I'm not going to risk a stack and a good shot. It might be wrong, but that was the plan. Re-raising with the ace queen here. Get a vulnerable hand, but we might as well get a few chips in the middle. And are we up against aces or kings here? Probably, because it's ace queen with top pair. This always gets murdered. Early position player. Go up. Oh, okay. Okay this time. So there's a bit of action already. And you know, and I said that the 9 max is slow. But you know, 4 tables, we had quite a lot to deal with already in how many minutes we've been playing. You know, 10 minutes. Probably lost a bit of money already, a stack or so. Come back a little bit. Yeah, sometimes it's not that slow. It's okay for me. And like I say, I think I had, when I was playing those tournaments on Sunday and I was getting beat and I was getting angry and I was getting annoyed and I was shouting and swearing and it wasn't much money and I was just thinking, why am I getting so upset about this? It's not, I'm not really losing a lot of money, I'm losing $10. In fact, I'm probably saving money because if I went out, I mean, I don't drink, but if I went out and I had something to eat and I played a few game pools or whatever, or pool or whatever, you know, I spend a lot more probably than $10, $15. So I often think about it like that, you know, sometimes because I don't drink, you know, if you like, some of my poker budget is my hobby budget. I'll make a profit playing poker. Sometimes I might add to it, I don't really, but sometimes I think, okay, well, I haven't been out for a couple of nights, I haven't done that, treat myself, I'll play a $50 tournament, you know, sort of thing. And it's a bit like that, you know, it doesn't really matter too much to me. I know you get these kind of people say, "Oh, you know, you shouldn't really play this if it's outside your bankroll." But I do play an occasional tournament, particularly not necessarily cash games. I pretty much stick to the bankroll with the cash games, but sometimes I like to take a little bit of a shot at a tournament, one tournament or something like that. Especially now we've got Christmas, New Year coming up. I'll probably be looking to do about 4, 5, 6 tournaments around that period. Get a bit of staking, and you know, maybe folded the I not really concentrating. I folded that queen eight. Didn't want to do that. I don't know why I did that. So I do have a profile on ustake.com. I might put some information about that in the chat at some point. Ustake.com. And sometimes I do sell shares for my Pokerstars tournament there, particularly, but also on GG Poker. You know, sometimes if I've got games advertised there on a Sunday, you can have a look and stake me there if I am playing there. But I haven't played GG Poker for a while. But yeah, there's an option. So really, I'm going to go relatively slowly with the Bankroll challenge, certainly as far as the cash games go. I'll probably 9 max games. We'll play 4 tables on the screen because I think, you know, there is a way I can get 1 table on the screen at a time, and I can look at doing that. I already have investigated that a little bit, and I need to do a little bit more messing around to get that right. But the other thing is, it can mean like a lot of clicking for me, and what I've noticed is when I'm trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to do this, I miss hands and I misclick and I make mistakes. So at the same time, like, here for me, probably not the best thing to look at on YouTube, these 4 tables. I know that. But from my own selfish point of view, it just means I can sit back and relax. Look, there's my cursor. That's all my cursor's doing is. But you know, sometimes when you're trying to get one screen at a time, you're on another screen and you click, 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 and you know, there might be an easier way to do it than what I've seen. There might be some software that I can use. It's not going to be, hey, this is the magic wand, the silver bullet. But I'm, you know, this is new to me. I haven't really had that much time to investigate those things. I've not really prepared into it. I just kind of more or less decided I'm going to do a bankroll challenge starting from today, and that was it. That was my preparation. Maybe a bit of a mistake, but you know, I'm not that worried about it. But I do want to make things prettier and better. I'm not selfish in that regard. We're up against 610. Look at that, 6 and 10. You know, and he gets flopped about. And this was the tournaments on Sunday. You know, this was the tournaments on Sunday. You know, I've got Queen Queen now. I got a flush, and I'm up against 610. Okay, not many chips. But you know, even though, look, you say, okay, that's like 1, 2. I don't know how many chips that was. 1, 2, 3 chips. Okay, not a big deal. Okay. But when you're playing tournaments, those 1, 2, 3, 4 chips are a big deal. And when you sort of get these donkeys, 50s, you know, he's got 50% VP, but he's probably not played many hands. But in the tournaments on Sunday, I was getting this. You know, someone played, you know, played 100 hands in the tournament. Someone had played 60% of their hands. You know, I'd go all in with like, you know, something like this, Queen Queen. Oh, it's called with 610. I said, what the fuck, you know? I don't probably got, you know, it's got enough equity to call with 610. I don't know, but they were always getting it. You know, I'm going to fold the ace jack here. I think even if we do make an ace or a jack, we could be struggling, especially with a paired board. You know, and I think when that happens to you hand after hand after hand, and even though it's not much money, you know, I just begin to, why am I sitting here wasting my time? You know, I'm not going to win anything in these tournaments today, and it's going to be $1 or $2 after 10 hours, and that's what made me think it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I think, okay, then I sat back and thought, okay, I need to have a clearer idea what's my way forward with this bankroll challenge. What am I happy? What am I more comfortable with? How can I make this easier for myself? So, you know, steady cash games. Okay, no, not rushing, not racing. And then, you know, like I say, when I play a tournament, one tournament, $10, $20, $30. So if I get there, if I get in the money, if I get to the final table, it's going to be more significant. You know, forget the $1 tournaments, forget the $2 tournaments. They're like, for me, they're just, I mean, I don't really take them that seriously anyway. For me, it's like, you know, I'm fit or fold. I'm like, oh, then, you know. And sometimes that's great. I get like right up there into the final table position really quickly. But a lot of time I'm busting out because, you know, the way I'm playing is probably not optimal. It's a bit, you know. So, and I think, okay, well, the best way to me is to slowly grow the bankroll, mainly with cash games. And then when the bankroll is nice and big, hopefully, and I can do more tournaments. But, you know, there'll be more significant tournaments, and maybe, you know, the experience will be a little bit more positive than playing these $1, $2 tournaments where, you know, they just seem to be a bit crazy sometimes. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not really a tournament player. I'm just following the path of least resistance, and I think, it's a cash game at the moment that kind of is bringing home the bacon, or is making the money. I think really tournaments, yes, is probably profitable, but there's high variance, and I feel that pretty soon it won't be profitable, and that would be stressful. So okay, let's try to focus on this a little bit. We need to label some of the players. I'm just here because it's 4 tables and it's 9 players, so we've got 36 players out there. There might be same players on some tables. I don't know. Just need to put some labels on some this table here. We don't really have any labels, 1 or 2 labels. So 100, 1 out of 1, so 30. Maybe we'll put him at pink, which is maybe playing a little bit too many hands. We can change and adjust as we get more information. 25, we'll just put him at green, which is normalish range. 33, I'll just put a red. We can change that as like maybe a potential Yahoo, maybe. 11, not playing enough hands, so yellow. 25, normalish. 14, the yellow. So the labels are mainly, as you probably already know, based on the VPIPs. I don't really use any other HUD stats here. Sometimes I'll have a look at the free bet percentage. King 10's not great, but we've got all this money in the pot, so it's worth a go. We've got the top pair here, so I'm going to go for like a pot size bet here, maybe a bit over. See what that brings. We have the top pair and overcard. Yeah, quite happy to take that down because things could have easily got worse. Jack Queen could have done us in, particularly ace. So with the multi-way pot, I just want to do the business there. Let's get it done. That was my logic. I'll present my logic to you as much as I can. It may not necessarily be the correct logic or the optimal logic, but it's my logic. It's kind of what works for me. I think I have been trying to learn GTO, study GTO, and there's some videos there already. I've put 2 or 3 videos up, and I haven't done much on that in the last couple of days. Anything on that the last couple of days, really. I will maybe have a look. It might be quite interesting to have a look at the GTO for the 9 max games. I think you can. I think initially GTO Wizard only provided solutions for 6 max, but now I think I'm not sure 8 max or 9 max. So we'll have a look at those. And see where that goes. Okay, we have 2 pairs here. Again, vulnerable hand. We could already be beat by a flush at the moment. And lots of hands could be beating us. So I'm going for a pot here, which is... I'm happy to take that down. Things could have got worse. Things could have already been bad. But we did have outs on the... Thanks for all your comments so far. I really do appreciate those. Not sure if I've responded to them all yet. I'll try to look at them, and I do try to respond. Jack King's worth another 3. It's not, you know, you got to be cautious. This could be it's a bit of a silly re-raise, but you know, it's one of those ones. Jack King off. It's not really a great hand, but at the same time, it can flop a straight, can't it? You know, Ace Queen 10. We've had that before, and we're out of it now, so we're done. So. You know, so we've been playing about 20 minutes, and you know, we've gone up about 2 points here. So you know, it's about a point every 10 minutes or so. You know, five point. This $9 on average. I mean, sometimes it's a bit less, I think, because it depends on how much rake you pay, isn't it? If you have lots of big hands, then you'll probably be paying more rake, and you can get more points. So you get 5 points for every $1 you pay in rake. So that means roughly every hour on 9 max $5, we're paying about $1 in rake. I think that's something to think about. So we get 5 points, and then obviously, you know, get the, it's about 40% or something. Rate back if we get all those. So I'm going to be check raising here with the overcards and the open ender. Nobody goes for that. So I'm going to be betting pot. So we got the queen, we got the open ender, we got 2 overcards. I think I flush would have bet. I'm assuming I flush would have bet, you know. So we got that. So let's look at it this way. I mean, let's say $5 an hour, 5 points an hour. You know, you play. Let's say you play 10 hours a day, just this slow tables. That's 50 points a day. You know, once you get 750 points, you get $60. So clearly, that's, you know, 15 days, $60 a month. Do every day. I'm just averaging it out here, just to. Yeah, the free's good. I think so. So you know, that's $120 a month just at this sort of slow pace level. And you can do your own maths if you're playing Zoom. You know, you're going to do 3 times the amount, and you're going to be able to get, I think you can get up to 4 chests a month. You know, so you can get 4 chests playing Zoom and probably get it quicker at this level anyway. You know, so that's good. So we've got ace here. Let's hope we get a shove. We do. And let's good luck ace. 5-5. Joking. I knew 5 was coming. I just knew a 5 was coming. I just knew. I had that feeling. You know, what was that one earlier? Where I was, oh yeah, 6-10. That's like a tournament, isn't it? You know. And I just thought, oh yeah, I saw the 5-5, and I'm just thinking back to Sunday, thinking back to that one earlier, and it was just like, ta-da! Here we go again. You know. It happens. Ace loses. Sometimes And that's just one at a time. So the way I think about that, you know, yes, is a fish, and the money's going to come back at some point, hopefully. It might be a bad day today, it might be a bad start, but that's the way it goes. But overall, we made the right call. We were ahead before the cards dropped. We were behind at the end of the hand, so we were correct. That's the main thing. It's when you start making incorrect calls that, you know, you need to be worried to say, okay, that's just, you know, what we saw there is just variance. And long term, the variance will come good. Incorrect calls won't come good. So here I'm going to raise it up to 12. Just going to check with the king queen. I mean, could easily bet, but might be just a check call, I think. A lot going on there. We're okay, but we're not okay, sort of thing. The multi-way pot. We have the third nut flush draw, gut shot, straight draw, 2 overcards, but it's a mess as well. Someone could already have the nut flush, well, for example. So the last video I did my kind of overview of the final games. Well, it wasn't really an overview of the final games, but it wasn't. But what I mean is, I showed you the last hand of each 2 or 3 tournaments. If you want me to show you more hands, go over individual hands using Holdem Manager, like that, and you find that helpful for you or valuable in some way, let me know. I'm quite happy to do that if you want. If that's something that you're going to watch or if you're going to find useful, I'll try to find time to do that. Ah, gosh. I didn't get a bet. A bet small, just ask a question. King Queen, I don't like it, but we've only played 14% of our hands for whatever reason on this table. Sometimes I'll play a hand just to get the VPIP up. Although it's not, you know, people say, oh, you shouldn't be opening King Queen here or whatever, you know. So I'm going pot here. I think we're beating Ace Queen at the moment because we didn't get a re-raise. I think Ace Queen would have re-raised. It's a terrible one. It could be a flush draw. It could have got the straight. I'm going big just to ask a question, and fucking flush draw, is it? Oh, I don't think we can continue that. Fucking annoying, man. 37 VPIP. 39. We could have got bounced. But what's he bluffing with there? You know, what's he continuing with? What's he bluffing with? You know. So this one I'm marking down as aggressive. Don't really know this player that well. But you know, that was a bit of a tricky spot to continue. Had possibilities, but lots of hands we were beat by as well. Top pair probably wasn't quite enough at the end of the day to take that down. So not a great session, this one. Gut shot 2 overs. I'm just putting it in there. This one I'm just putting it in. We obviously got the flush draw, we got the ace over card. He could have a king. He's got 2-2. Come on, flush draw. Don't let us beat by. Fuck off. Fucking 2-2. Fuck off. You fucking moron. See what I mean, man? Fucking Pokerstars sometimes. The fucking knob ends you get here. 2-2. These players don't, 59%, they don't know fold, do they? Another one, let's go for this one. Come on. Gotta get one. Two, fucking two. Fucking beyond me. Beyond me. Oh, does he have a boat here? Well, straight. Okay, now, man. It's just playing these high VPIP players, man. That was I'm tilting a little bit. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost. Fucking unbelievable. What a fucking 10 minutes. Unfucking believable. That's it seems to be with Pokerstars. You go up a little bit, down a little bit, back to zero. Up a little bit, back to zero. Up a little bit, back to zero. That was crazy. I didn't play those hands well. I know that. It was terrible. But 2-2 tilted me a little bit. You know, and it just seems to be whenever I'm up against a player with a high VPIP, 37, 56, whatever, they've got it. They're getting these fucking miracle straights, miracle flushes, you know, bottom pair, you know, going all in with bottom fucking pair and getting it. You know, my flush not getting there, my ace not getting there, yada yada yada. The 2-2 not being counterfeited, which is relatively easy to do a lot of the time, you know. You know. Oh, it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Seems to be the way sometimes. You just, what seems to be happening to me, go up slowly one day, 2 days, nice and slowly, yeah, put on a few buy-ins, and then 10 minutes it's all gone. All that effort's gone. You know, all that effort's totally gone. And it's like, what the fuck? On nothing hands. And yeah, I played that bad. I played 2 or 3 of those hands really badly. But, okay, let's get ourselves together, let's get back. It's not the end of the world, 2 or 3 buy-ins, and we got fucked over, so we need to get ourselves back together. We can do this. Terrible play. Terrible period. I mean, I want to play as many hands against this player as possible. It's got a high VPIP, but yeah, it's the other thing, just not getting nothing against them. Look at this. Okay, King Queen quite weak. Nothing. I'm calling with the freeze because he's got all those chips there. Not as many as I would like, but it's worth a shot. Nothing. Frustrating. Well, that was a crazy few minutes. Comeback time. I mean, often I'll be folding those queens there on that board. I mean, there was all sorts of trouble there, wasn't there? I mean, kind of. But my guts was telling me he was bluffing, and I was wrong. Sometimes you just gotta stick to your routine a bit, haven't you? But you know, when you get players going all in with bottom pair, it's difficult to do that. King 2-2. What would you do with 2-2? King on the board, plus draw, and you had 2-2. Would you call or would you fold? Look at this 44 VPIP. I guarantee he's got a raggy ace, hasn't he? I'll give it one more. King 10. Good shot. So you can't give in against it. You know, 35, 45, 50% VPIPs. You know, they're going to make a lot of mistakes. So yeah, over the last 3 or 4 hands, we've paid for that kind of calling loose. We've paid for those hero calls. We've paid for those actions, but most of the time, a lot of the time, that will pay off. It does seem at the moment, it's just difficult for me to get away from zero at the moment. I think I said this before, I had this pattern before and it's coming back again. It's kind of going up and then bouncing back down to zero, going up, back down to the zero line, going up, back down. You know, it's like a ball bouncing along the zero line. And I had that before, but way before this bankroll challenge, for a long period of time. And now it's a similar pattern happening again. I'm kind of making a profit, but the profit's coming from a little bit of tournaments on the monthly challenges, on the leaderboards, on not really from the cash at the moment. Okay. So 67. How many hands he played? I'm gonna flat with the king jack suited. Good shot. 9. Good shot. 2 overs. A call 1. It's a really bad situation. It's not going to get anywhere. Look at that. No. Fuck all. Could have re-raised. Oh. Give up. This is it. You know, good shot. 2 overs. Give me something on the turn to go forward. You know. High VPIP player. Fucking nothing. You know. Fucking nothing. Two, 6, 1, 3, 3. We don't like it. We just need a 3. Nothing. Oh, it's nothing, isn't it, at the moment? So, not happy. I know what's going to happen. We complete that challenge, we'd be minus $60. Oh, what a surprise. What a coincidence. You know, so, or we'll be, you know, we'll end up with plus $1 or minus $10 trying to get the challenge. But we need to play better. Okay, so the signals there this morning, we played some bad poker. We've made some mistakes. We've been unlucky. But we need to play better. But we need to be a bit more aggressive. I'm checking here. Calling. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a card that was like we didn't really want to see. Da-da. Lucky there. Lucky. A little bit back there. Just flat in the tens. I should re-raise, but did say I was going to be more aggressive. But sometimes with the tens, I like to get a multi-way pot. If we flop the 10, then we got 32 in the pot. I think tens is good to go here. If we lose, we lose. Fucking hell, man. 45 V pip. Oh, he's got his ace king, gets his ace. One of those fucking days today, isn't it? You know. Well done. Clap, clap, clap. But, you know, are we going to get something go our way? If we had fucking 3-3, he would have got his 3. Like the guy with his fucking 2-2. King on the board. Yeah, we don't get what we need. It's got to start changing, hasn't it? Okay, now it's time to be calm, relaxed. I'm flatting one with these two. I know H3 is a real terrible hand, but I just want to sort of open it up a little bit with those two. You know, 44, 54. Don't really get anything there, so it's worth a call. We don't like it, but the ace there. What is it? The ace doesn't come on the flop. Let's see what it looks like now. Would ace 3 been good enough? Probably not. So there's potential here. These two players, certainly we've got a possibility to get some money back. You know, it just hasn't gone well for us so far this morning in this session. Right, I'm raising it up a little bit with these guys. 9's not good enough. Could I call in everything with anything? And if anyone else comes along, they've obviously got something. So I'm going quite big with the top pair 9. Big again. Raising the 10s. And big. If he's got a jack, he's got a jack. Opening the queens. So I said I was going to increase the aggression a little bit. I'm not really sure if that was the problem. We got the nuts here. You can go small. Second pair, 2 players. We don't get anything with the queen. Calling 1. It has nothing. We would have bet of an ace on the flop, I think. We would have played that hand differently earlier. So we're starting to recover a little bit from that little bit of a disaster, but I think, you know, disappointing we had the disaster, but we had it. it's one thing having the disaster, it's the next thing dealing with it. And I think this is, I'm better at cash games with dealing with disasters than I am tournaments. Tournaments I just give up, all in, whatever, I don't care. Cash games I can like, okay, this can get better, I have time, it will get better. I know I should have gone a bit big with the jacks. Up 3-2. It's unbelievable when you against a pip. You know you see what the high V pips sometimes get against like people playing fairly standard ranges, and often you see this. Yeah, longer term there may not be winning players, but you do see a lot of crap. Re-raising it with the ace jack. Kind of want to go with the jack 9, but I'm not going to. This one I'm just going to disguise the ace queen. We got a 15 V pip under the gun. I've just got a strong range. We got the nut flush draw there. Re-raising a bit with the 8. I'm going hot and all in probably with the nut flush 2 overs. We've only got 43 there. I'm tempted just to ram it down his throat, but I won't. I want to be just build up from a, you know, bluff a bit less. I was just got a feeling it's one of those days when I bluff a bit, it's just going to go wrong. You know, you could be sitting on the nuts already. I'm just going to flat here. Got the good shot. Overcard. Backdoor flush. Come on, why didn't you give it us on the turn? Come on. Once. Nothing with the 4s there. I'm going to give up with the this one here. We've got nothing to go for multi-way. Could have the best hands with the 4s here. I don't know why he's not betting the 9. Well. Maybe I don't bet the 9 all the time either. Just saying that. Because I lost the hand. Oh, we've got the Yahoo. There's going to be an ace on the flop because the Yahoo's playing. There you go. I mean, How predictable is that? I mean, okay, it's got a reasonable chance of being an ace on the flop. But how fucking predictable is that? Recall, we get the king. Let's hope he doesn't have the queen jack, queen 10. So, good for us. But how fucking predictable was the ace on the flop? Always there with a Yahoo, always. Take away a little bit of the steam. Like I said, there is going to be a ace on the flop because we're playing against a Yahoo. Bum bum. Okay, it doesn't happen always, but whenever I'm playing a hand, it does. Okay, so we want to start building back up here. So we're well behind this morning. This is a bad session. I think we were up yesterday, behind today, so it's got nowhere really. Two overs, a good shot. Multi-way, I'm just going all in. I know we're going to get called by a flush draw. We're probably already a straight there. But we have a chance to get all the money. If we lose a pot, we lose a pot. And we take that down. It's a high risk strategy, but I think multi-way, I think you don't really want to be, this is just my logic, I don't really want to be continuing multi-way with that because it could all go wrong. There could be lots of marginal hands out there, they probably don't really fancy it. Going all in suggests that you maybe have ace or a set, or whatever. And, you know, and then if we do get called there, we have outs. I mean, we're vulnerable, but that's my logic. It's probably completely the wrong logic, but it's the way I like to do it. Sometimes, not necessarily all the time. I think I've done it twice successfully so far this morning. That's good enough for me. 100% sounds about good. Okay, so we're coming back a little bit. I think we were down about 6 points at one point. Now we're down about 4. So, you know, I was hoping in another couple of hours we'd be down about 3, you know, 2 or 3. You know, doesn't make it so bad then. 4 tables down 6 buy-ins is it's not great, but you know, it happens. 1 table down 6 buy-in on a 9 match would be terrible. It happens, but nothing really with the Queen Jack suited. We're not going to be continuing there. Awkward one here. Does it have an ace? Does it have a flush? Oh, nice. Got 2 pairs. Fucking hell, man. 42. I've always fucking got it. I mean, yeah. Shitty call. Second pair. Very loose. High V pip. Always fucking got it. Okay. I need to be careful. But at the same time, no, I'm not going to be pushed over. We're going to show that we're going to call wide. And so if they want to put it in, they're going to expect to be called a good percentage of the time. Middle pair with the ace, nothing's coming. Nice. Don't tell me you've got your fucking flush. 7-7. See what I mean? Why are you fucking re-raising 7-7? Why are you re-raising 7-7? Okay, you got a heart. Oh, great. Well, thanks for the donation. I did play that hand a bit strangely with the check. Come on, Jacks. Be good to me here. Multi-way and ace. No one's bet the ace. Let's put half a pot in. I'm just flatting the ace-5 here. I just think this player's messing about, but it'd be good to get the 2 stacks in and get nothing. So nothing there, what, 4, 5, 6, 4. Very often you want to play your hands against these players and you're getting nothing like that. Sorry, there, I had my microphone off for a while. I didn't realise. I was lucky because I had a big noise outside that you would have heard. So then I just went to turn my mic off and it was already off. So apologies for that. Sometimes you get that. I didn't intend that. So what I meant to say, I don't know if you heard it. You know, the Bankroll challenge today, we were minus 6 buy-ins there at one point, and we made some disastrous. We didn't play very well. We made some disastrous calls and plays and bluffs, and boom, 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 we were down very quickly, which was crazy. But you know, like I was just saying that, I don't think you heard because my microphone was muted. In cash games, I can very quickly recover. You know, I can after 1 or 2 minutes, I get angry, I get annoyed, I get about tilty for a minute, and then I'm okay. Get back to play your lines, play steady, do what you do, you know, and that tends to do the job. Tournaments, I just lose it, I think. And that's because, like I said earlier in the last video, I don't really know tournaments that well. I'm not, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a great cash game player. I'm a profitable cash game player, not a great cash game player. This Bankroll challenge is a challenge for me, you know, to let's see what I can do. But bad this morning, down -6. I mean, we've come back +2, so we'll keep going. And I think this is it for me now, you know, with the Bankroll challenge. We're 3 weeks into it. We haven't really made that much progress so far. But also, to be honest with you, I think I've been doing too many things, you know. I've been experimenting what will work, what do people want to see, what's best on the screen, what's the best audio, what's the best site. No, good shot, second pair. Just about half pot into that. About half pot into that. Just continue. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. Fuck off. 44 VPIP. I'm just... Does he have it or not? Difficult one to call, innit? But you know what I mean? Every time you go in against these fucking players, you got half a fucking hand with their half fucking stacks. It's okay for them, they ain't got, you know... They're not fucking putting that much money in, are they, long term? Fucking half stacks. Flatten the nines. It could re-raise the nines, but try and get multi-way could be a nice set to have. Call one. I don't mess that hand up a bit really. We call one with middle pair here. cards is good enough. Man. 2, 3, 4, 5. Go for one. Let's have a gamble. Fuck off, man. Give me something, you fucking arseholes. Re-raising fucking 7, 8. Fuck off, man. Why is it, 40... Sorry, am I swearing? Okay, it's a bit of a gamble, but... Come on. Come on. Sometimes. Pay us off against those high VP players. Stop looking after them. Come on. They are so lucky sometimes. Every table, they're just so lucky. So lucky. So lucky. 2-2, top pair 8, multi-way, and it's hanging in there, Flat the 7-6. Okay, let's get back. Let's get back. Let's not lose it. Okay. Let's keep going. 4, 5, 6, 7, Here we go again. Let's go for a pot, try and take it down. If not, we have outs. Re-raising the ace queen here. Fucking joking me, man. You're fucking joking me. Come on, a 42% VP per game, isn't it? 42%. 42%. Jack 9. Yeah. Fucking unreal. Unreal. Okay, it didn't come. It hasn't fucking come all morning. Why is this against high VPips? Why is this? You play them. They get in their cards. You're not getting yours. Come on. This was the tournaments on Sunday. Every hand. Whoa. Oh, you got your flush. Wow, you flopped a set. Wow, you flopped a straight. Same here, Same here, 7, 8, 9. Guy's got something. Oh, yeah. Possible for us. Yeah. Yeah, he had an open ender, didn't he? Flopped an open ender. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good shot. Open ender. He didn't get it that time. It's unusual. Oh, that was a total misclick. Oh, big blind. What is that? I call one. Ah, total misclick there. Unbelievable. 7-10 suited, not you get 2 pair on a flush. Ta-da! You know, okay, fair enough. It's one of those ones at the moment, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to take a break for a little bit. And I'll come back. I'll probably close these tables. What I'm going to do, I'm going to close these tables, have a break for about 15 minutes. And then what I want to do, I'm probably just going to play one table, 6 max, $2. And that's just going to be more of a sort of practice. I know I've been playing. But what I've noticed with the videos as well, that people like the one table games, where I've just got one table on the screen. So I want to provide a bit of that. And I know people like the $2 games as well. So yes, this is partly about the Bankroll challenge, blah, blah, blah. But it's also just about myself and developing my skills, you know, and working things out. On a one table $2, it doesn't really matter so much, you know, so it's like a bit of a practice. So I'm going to close these tables, have a 15-minute break, and then put up a $1, a one table $2 game. So I have a good shot here. I'll just go for it. Okay, so I'll close this now and I will see you shortly.